This entire 3D documentary scene was made in 5 minutes with just AI. The release of Nano Banana now allows you to add specific details to make custom, high-quality animations. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to create this animation from scratch, along with automatically adding sound effects with AI, and I'll even show you how to make smooth transitions so that you can make animations longer than 5 seconds. So firstly, we're going to start by generating an image in Midjourney. I want to do something in the style of Fern. So what I'm going to do is screenshot the guy over here I want, and then when you drag the screenshot in Midjourney, you can use a style reference over here. So I'm not going to bore you by talking about this entire prompt. You can read it if you want. I'm essentially asking for a person sitting on a desk typing, and this is the image I got, which I really like. But look, none of this is new. This has been around for quite a while now. Now what I'm going to show you is the stuff that I'm actually excited about, and that's the new capabilities with Nano Banana. We want to add specific details to this. So what we're going to do is right click and save image. I'm going to open up Higgsfield.ai, get to Nano Banana edit. Once we do that, simply drag in your image and we can see it over here. Now for this specific animation, I want 2 different shots. I want a side angle shot and a behind him shot. So I prompted it basically to say, change the camera to be positioned behind him with a view of the monitor over his shoulder. So now that we have our 2 images, we can start adding details to this. Now what I want to do is add this Shopify dashboard to be on the monitor over here. So I'm going to drag and drop that screenshot into the prompt area over here, along with the image we just generated. And then I'll prompt it to add the screenshot onto the monitor. If you want, you can read the prompt and send it off once again. Now the one problem with Nano Banana is that it's not the best for text image editing. Later in the video, I'll showcase the Red Bull animation with sound effects and long transitions to showcase the best possible use case to create these 3D animations. So as you can see, we have our image of the Shopify dashboard, but if you zoom in a bit, you can see that the text isn't the greatest, and this will come out even more in the video. But just to show you how far we've come, this is what ChatGPT generated when I asked it to do the same thing. These image editing and generation models are advancing so quickly. This is honestly such a good and lucrative skill to learn. Okay, so I basically done the same exact thing for the side angle. So now we have a side image with the Shopify dashboard and a back shot of the Shopify dashboard. Now, even though VO3 is an amazing model, it doesn't have image start frame and end frame video generation capabilities yet, which is why I'm going to use Luma AI's Ray Tree. Yeah, as you can see, this model is absolutely insane. And this, along with Nano Banana, is what is going to generate these amazing 3D animations. So if you go to Luma Labs, simply click on Dream Machine, go to Try Now, and then create a new board. Now, the UI is very intuitive and simple. So what we're going to do is drag our first image of the side angle and drag our second image with the back angle. And I'll give it a simple prompt, basically asking for a smooth transition from the side angle to the back angle. But before I send it, I'm going to click down here and make sure that Ray Tree is enabled. Now I'm going to send that off and we're going to let it load. While it's loading, if you are finding this video valuable, make sure you subscribe down below because you will be recommended way more videos like this that will cover up-to-date AI video and image generation tools. But anyway, our video is generated. As I mentioned earlier, the text isn't the greatest, but I would still consider this a success, especially considering where we were literally 3 months ago. Now I'll show you how to add sound effects with AI and transitions to make these way longer than 5 seconds, but I want to show you a different example that I generated earlier, which is with this can of Red Bull. Now I just showed you the entire process, so you can use your imagination. All you have to do is go on Google, find a can of Red Bull and use that as the reference image and tell it to add a can of Red Bull on the desk. I generated this start frame and then I generated this end frame of him drinking it. And as you can see, I added it to Luma and I generated this video. Now the reason this is so valuable is because you can think of any business selling products and you can sell this as a skill to businesses who are looking for high quality AI videos of their products. But anyway, to add sound effects to this, what we're going to do is open up 11 Labs video to sound effects. And then what we're going to do is drag a video into 11 Labs. It's as simple as that. It's going to analyze a video and automatically detect what sound effects are needed. So let's check them out. It's a pretty good keyboard typing, in my opinion. So now the final step is basically going to be extending this so that you don't have 5-second animations, because sometimes you want longer videos, right? But let's recap what we just done. We generated an image, we created different camera angles, then we added details to those images, turned those into a video, and now we have sound effects with our video. I mean, even this time last year, to create something like this, you would need to learn Blender for weeks, if not months. And this is obviously only going to get more powerful, which is why it's so important you learn these tools today. So now, in order to extend the length of your video, what you need to basically do is get the last frame and use it as the first frame for another video. So what do I mean by that? This is the first shot of him drinking the Red Bull and the last frame is him with the Red Bull in his mouth. And this video starts with him drinking the Red Bull and putting it back. So now I'm combining 2 5-second videos in order to create a 10-second video. Now you can see where this is going. This can go on forever because all we need to do is use the last frame and then generate the next frame using our imagination to whatever we want. And just like I showed you, simply go into 11 Labs, add the sound effects, then open up Premiere Pro or any other editing software you want, and then drag those videos in. So then we have this video of him picking up the can of Red Bull, starting to drink it with a smooth transition into the next video. Now I accidentally downloaded this with a watermark, I don't really care though. You get the point. The second one doesn't have a watermark. But as you can see, this transition is super smooth. You barely even notice it. If it wasn't for the watermark, let's just zoom in, you wouldn't even notice it, as you can see. Now, if you are super picky, you might notice that there's one frame that is the same over here. because we're using the same frame for the last one and the first one. So what you can do is just remove the last frame, and then you have a completely smooth shot without that one extra frame. Again, this is just one of many examples of what you can do with these tools. So if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to make money online, I do highly recommend that you check out my video editing/AI course, which is made for complete beginners who have never even edited in their life. Now, I even show you my step-by-step guide on how I actually get clients. And as someone who generated over 500 million views on YouTube working for 53 clients, I think I know a thing or two about landing clients. But with that being said, thank you for watching and have a great day.